Welcome to day 3 of the PVTO tournament here on this fine Sunday morning in Amherst, Massachusetts. My name is John Ruggiero. I'm joined by Jonathan Murgita, and today we have Easthampton versus Frontier Girls to kick things off this morning. And Jonathan, this should be a great matchup. Last season, Frontier 17-5. Last season, Easthampton 14-7. Both made it to the state tournaments at the end of the year. Who are some players to watch for either side?
And we'll start with Easthampton. Our player to watch today is going to be Christine Raymond. We're starting with, Frontier. Claire Kirkendall last season led the team in three-point shooting. She was third in free throw shooting. This girl is fantastic from behind the arc. I'm looking forward to see if she can keep it up this season. It's game 1 of the season. And then when we look at Easthampton, they have Christine Raymond. I kind of leaked it, the player to watch. Last season, she led the team in 2-point field goals, third in scoring with 157 points as we have a re-jump.
Miss Raymond, 8.7 points per game last season. And we're underway in day 3, and right away a layup attempt, no good. Another one by Easthampton also comes back to Frontier now, this time going up the court, and yet another layup, no good. And it's taken down by Raymond. She'll take it up the far side of the court. Christine Raymond dives for the ball, and a jump ball is called. It'll go to Frontier.
And just like that, great defense from both teams. Aggressiveness right off the bat, forcing a jump ball and getting possession. Great work by Frontier.
Now it's Claire Kirkendall, 8.6 points per game last season. She'll drop it off to Harrington. And now it's Steele, back to Kirkendall. Far side Harrington, three-pointer, no good. It goes to Kirkendall on the rebound. The layup just rolls out. And players diving for the ball. It'll go to Easthampton.
Once again, another scramble for the ball. Both teams being aggressive, trying to get the first points on the board as we are scoreless just about a minute into the first quarter.
Raymond's shot bounces off the rim, no good. Rebound Frontier. The Redhawks pushing the pace up the court. Once again, it's Harrington for Kirkendall, three-pointer.
And just like that, that was something we were talking about just a moment ago. It's Kirkendall's shot from behind the arc, and she shows it, breaking the ice for the Frontier this start of the season.
3-0 for the Redhawks. And now it's a foul on Frontier on the reach-in. Goes against Kirkendall, and the Eagles will inbound.
And you got to be careful with foul trouble. We talked about it a lot last night. I always talk about it because it means so much, and it's something that doesn't get emphasized enough is foul trouble, especially in the first quarter. And if a player gets into foul trouble, as another foul is called against Frontier.
You're right on cue, Jonathan.
You got to be careful with foul trouble because the players got to start coming out. It dictates the coach's strategy. We'll talk about the coaches in just a moment.
And it'll be Simone Young going to the line for 2 shots, the junior. Her first is no good. Easthampton looking for their first points early on in this first quarter. Young's second shot is good. 3-1 in favor of Frontier. They'll bring it up the court. Bit of a full court press from the Eagles, but the Redhawks are able to set up. It's Kirkendall. She'll cut to the right, double teamed, goes up top for a shot by Steele. That's no good. That would have been a three-pointer. Rebound to the Eagles. And here are the Eagles. It's Raymond just past the UMass logo. She'll cut in. She stripped to the ball, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Eagles.
And on your screen now is Brian Miller, head coach of Easthampton. Last season went 14-7 as head coach. The season before that, 19-4. A fantastic head coach, doing a great job. Looking forward to what he does this season as well.
And a turnover by his Eagles, and coming up the court is Steele for the layup. It's good. The Redhawks now with 5 points. But it's Young fighting towards the basket. And a whistle. Frontier foul will push off.
Kirk Kendall coming out of the game just like that. And that definitely was earlier than I think head coach Dave Mackin was expecting.
She'll take a seat early on in this game, just 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. Raymond tries to go up with it. She's blocked. And it goes to Young. Now it's Dorman. Drops it back off to Young, fighting into the paint. Her layup's no good. Rebound goes over the fingertips of Raymond, and now up the court for Frontier. It's Hayes. Her try is good.
That's a great move to the basket, strong, and that was fantastic. What a move by Hayes.
Jaslyn Hayes with a jazzy move right there. Another steal by Frontier. And going down is Whitney Campbell. She had help from behind. Foul on Easthampton.
And that could have been a clear path foul, and I think that's a break, not getting a clear path foul, considering that no one was in front of her.
But Frontier will inbound. Now up top. And good by Harrington.
That's another great take by Frontier, forcing a timeout. And just like that, Coach Miller has got to think of a game plan because they are breaking through Easthampton's defense as we go to our first timeout, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Pioneer Valley tip-off presented by the Oakview Group. And it is currently 9-1 Frontier, and a timeout was taken by the Eagles. And Jonathan, what do you think is the message from Coach Brian Miller?
I think right off the bat, it's got to be, we got to be playing defense, covering our spot early. They're breaking through, they're driving to the basket, Frontier, they're being aggressive. And we can't foul, of course, but we got to be beating them to the spot and getting the ball back. Forcing a turnover. Just like that, they give up a turnover.
Not what you want out of a timeout, but Frontier will give up one of their own, and they'll get the ball back.
And that's just a break for Easthampton. I think what happened there was Frontier got a little excited with the ball, try getting a fast break opportunity. It didn't execute, but that's all right. You're still up 9-1. Just got to keep playing basketball.
Kylie Dorman will bring it up the court, the junior guard. She'll drop it off to Raposa. Raposa looking inside to Raymond. Raymond loses the ball, and another turnover by the Eagles, which allows Frontier to go ahead with it, but a big block is made by Raposa.
That is great defense by Raposa, and I think one thing that Easthampton has going for it right now is foul trouble or lack thereof. Let's take a look at this again, as there was no foul call. It was a great block. Look at it, straight up with the hands, and that's great defense by the Eagles.
Jaslyn Hayes denied by Raposa. Frontier will inbound. Here's Steele. Leaves it for Campbell. Now to the inside, and a shot there. No good. Rebound. Fought for in the paint and put up again by DeMayo. No good. Now a jump ball is called. Stay with Frontier. With 4:03 to go in the first quarter, if you're just joining us, I'm John Ruggiero alongside John Murguita. And now it's a turnover by Frontier. Here come the Eagles up the court. It's Young into the paint. Her layup's no good. Offensive rebound goes off the underside of the backboard, but it's a foul.
And I think that's a big break for the Eagles right there, getting the offensive rebound. You know, they just almost lost the possession because of a jump ball. They got a break. Let's see if they can execute, and they did on the first one. They got one more to go when it comes to free throws.
Grace Papadella, she'll make the first. She's a senior guard herself. Of course, from Easthampton. Her second shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to the Redhawks. They'll push the pace up the court. Steal. And out of bounds is Whitney Campbell.
Once again, the Eagles get a break. Another turnover by Frontier. Just overthrew the pass. That was lucky there was someone there. Just happened to be out of bounds.
This game still is in reach for the Eagles if they can just get on the board right here with a response by Young, perhaps. Her layup no good. She'll go back up with it and put it in.
And that was the first field goal made by the Eagles tonight. Young getting it done off an offensive rebound and putting 2 on the board.
Here's Jaslyn Hayes. She'll cut into the paint and go up with the shot. What a play by Jaslyn Hayes. The second of her shot tonight goes in.
And that's a great answer by Jasmine Hayes, not letting the Eagles scoring affect her at all. Great basket.
And now the Eagles look to respond. Christine Raymond finds Young inside. She scored the last shot for Easthampton. That one's no good. And now it's Hayes once again back up the court. She'll find Whitney Campbell, but she traveled.
And that is another turnover in the game so far. In this game alone, we've seen 7 turnovers in the first 5 minutes. John, when it comes to turnovers, 7 in 5 minutes, it sounds like a lot when it's both teams combined. What does that mean with both teams?
I mean, it just means that it's, I think, early on Sunday morning, Jonathan. Perhaps some caffeine is needed during halftime, but yes, both teams just trying to settle into this game. Of course, it is the Mullins Center as well. The lights probably a little bit bright for these young girls, but another jump ball is called. It'll stay with Easthampton.
It does feel a little bit brighter here in the Mullins Center than it did the last 2 nights. The lights are on extra bright today. It's because it's a Sunday morning in Amherst. That's why. Nothing better.
Here's Young. Her layup won't fall. Out of bounds, Eagles ball. Stay with Easthampton. It's Christine Raymond on the inbound. She'll find Ruse for a shot that's no good. Rebound to the Redhawks. Jaslyn Hayes skipping up the court. Into the paint. No good. Rebound to Young. She's pressured from behind, but will drop it off, and the Eagles will settle it down.
That's a great move by Young, slowing down the offense, not trying to force it into a trap or a double team and resetting. That's a great decision.
That allows the Eagles to go ahead with it. It's Raymond for a 2-point shot. No good. Rebound Young. She'll find Raymond again. Wide open jumper, too far. Frontier regroups. Schreiber to Harrington. Harrington will go up. No good. Rebound to Ruse. And a foul.
And that's another foul for Frontier. They're being aggressive on the press, trying to apply pressure. But once again, Easthampton on a press break does a great job. And now they're going to go to the line, I believe, to shoot free throws.
Yes, it looks like it. It'll be Harrington to the line. Frontier making some substitutions. Addie Harrington. Excuse me, that was Nola Ruse. She's the freshman guard. Her first shot is no good as Addie Barr comes onto the court. And Nola Ruse, her second, is good.
2 for 2 from the line. That's great.
Yes, and here's Frontier once again. Another turnover, Jonathan, and Ruse comes back up the court, and she'll dive for the ball. And more fighting there, another jump ball. It'll go to Frontier this time, though.
Another jump ball. Both teams being very aggressive right now. Besides the one jump ball to start every basketball game, this is the fourth jump ball possession or change of possessions we've seen so far today. Both teams just really being aggressive for the ball. But I think that's what these coaches are telling them. You know, it might be 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, but you got to be aggressive. You got to keep going.
Kirkendall holds possession, 18 to shoot. Now up top, Matchon, and back to Kirkendall. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound fought for, goes back to Kirkendall, who took the three-point shot. Out of bounds, Eagles ball.
And Kirkendall just following her shot, got her own rebound for the most part. Didn't get another shot off or a second chance opportunity, but that is fantastic. The fact that she was able to follow her shot and try to potentially give her team another 2 or 3 points.
Here's the Eagles once again. It's Addie Barr now up top for Dorman. Back to Barr, far side three-pointer, no good. Raymond grabs the rebound, and now another shot by Roos. Rimmen out, and Frontier holds the rebound.
And that was another great opportunity look by the Eagles, trying to get something going, but the defense, oh, no good.
Another three-point attempt, no good again by Matchon, and Easthampton will have a chance to take the last shot should they elect to do so.
And you can hear Coach Miller telling his players, you gotta box out, you gotta, when ball goes up, you gotta follow it.
There's a shot, no good. Rebound Frontier, 13 seconds left on the first quarter clock. There's a three-point try, no good. Rebound to Easthampton, 4 to shoot now. And here's Raymond. She's denied at the buzzer. And that's the end of the first. So Frontier leads 11-6 on this Sunday morning PVTO action. And we'll be back for the second quarter after this. It's time for the second quarter here at the PVTO, but Jonathan, you've had your eyes on one of the Easthampton players. Who is it?
It's Simone Young right now, 5 rebounds, 3 points, number 2 on the court. And she's been fantastic on both sides of the court, boxing out, trying to get the ball back for her team, trying to create opportunities, and put Easthampton back in this game.
Raymond's attempt was no good, and here's Frontier once again. It's Kirkendall. She'll drop it off for Olivia Matchon. And now Kirkendall three-pointer is good. Claire Kirkendall extends the Frontier lead.
And that was a great shot by Kirkendall. That's her second three-pointer of the game. And I'm expecting a lot more of that throughout the night or throughout the day.
There's Easthampton once again. Raymond looking to respond inside to Young. She's pressed off the ball, but it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Easthampton.
And if you're Easthampton now, you got to watch the three-point shot of Kirkendall. You got to just watch the outside shooting. You got to reduce the amount of shots going up in the air, and if they go up in the air, you got to be boxing out.
The jump ball allows Frontier to take possession. And it is Kirkendall. She will waltz her way up Jack Lehman Court here at the Mullins Center. Kirkendall thought about it, cuts inside, drops it off, layup, no good. Rebound to the Eagles, fast break attempt coming by Addie Barr. She'll stop and wait for some help. Nola Roos, freshman guard, her shot was no good. Raymond fights for it. Eagles take control.
And that restarted the shot clock back to 35, giving the Eagles another chance, and another foul by Frontier.
We'll go against Whitney Campbell, the junior. Eagles will inbound from the baseline. Raymond to Roos for the quick shot, no good. Rebound to Frontier.
And that's Campbell's second foul of the game. Gotta be sure you don't put yourself in three, because that could take you out for a little bit of the game.
But Skylar Steele, she'll get herself on the board with a three of her own.
Frontier's a great three-point shooting team. Something we could talk about from last season and the season before, and I expect it this season as that just goes in and out.
Raymond almost had 2 points of her own. Out of bounds Frontier ball, but Skylar Steele and Claire Kirkendall, they both were some of the best Redhawks on the floor last season. Steele herself, she averaged 9.3 points, and she, of course, hit that last three-point shot. So here's Kirkendall, pressed up top. She'll kick it off to Jaslyn Hayes. She is fouled.
It's carried.
It's carried.
Yes.
Thought I saw perhaps a reach, but it will go to the Eagles. Raposa cuts in and gets the two to go. Veronica Raposa.
That's a great shot by Raposa, creating some space and doing a nice mid-range jump shot. Nice shot.
Almost went for the Redhawks, and Young gets the rebound. Here's Roos. Tipped out of bounds by Steele.
And I think what's really interesting right now is the fact that Easthampton has been in the line on 6 different free throw shots. So far, Frontier hasn't had a chance to go to the line yet today. That's a very distinct difference right now, especially when it's been more than 10 minutes of basketball. But we got a fast break opportunity here.
Jaslyn Hayes this way and that, goes up with the shot, no good. But Hayes created that chance on the steal. Here come the Eagles once again.
And it's just great defense by the Eagles right now.
Young is fouled on the end one. Simone Young, the junior, cuts into this Frontier lead.
What a move by Young. That was fantastic.
She can't complete the three-point play, but an offensive rebound is no good. Young gets it back and puts it in. Just like that, Easthampton is back in this game. But here's Frontier once again. Hayes, her jumper is good, and she is fouled. Jaslyn Hayes says, no thank you. I'm gonna put some points on the board myself.
As Hayes goes to the line, let's take a look at this one more time. If we can. As she made the free throw, Jasmine Hayes with a great jump shot, steps into it, and gets the N1, which was converted. Great shot.
Seen that a couple times tonight from the sophomore, or this morning I should say, as a timeout is taken, and Frontier holds a 20-12 lead with 4:40 to go in the first half on this first game of PVTO Day 3 at the Mullins Center. We'll be back after this. Well, Jonathan, we thought it might be the Claire Kirkendall or Skylar Steele show for Frontier, but it's been Jaslyn Hayes. She's now got 7 points, and she has reaffirmed this Frontier lead.
I mean, Hayes has been fantastic so far tonight, giving her team a great opportunity as the Eagles have possession.
Here they are. Piper Collins drops it off to Raposa, inside to Young. She's got 7 points herself. 3-point try, no good. Rebound to Harrington. And here's Hayes. She'll find inside Steele for the layup.
Great move by Steele. We talked about her also and did a lot of research on her during the selection show. Steele, a great contribution to the team, and I'm expecting that again this season as well.
Raymond tried to find Young inside, but that's a turnover. And Frontier will go ahead with it. 10-point lead for the Red Hawks. Outside to Hayes, 3-point try, no good. Tries to fight for her own rebound, but it goes to Raymond. Here are the Eagles coming up the court. Nola Roos. She'll run right into traffic, and a jump ball is called. It'll stay with Easthampton.
Once again, another jump ball. Both teams being aggressive. Frontier, once again, forcing another jump ball. They seem to be the aggressors in forcing jump balls, and whether or not that changes possession, that's always just up to whether it's a jump ball or not.
Easthampton turns it over. Kirkendall will inbound in front of her own bench. Claire Kirkendall, the senior, drops it off to the far side. Gets it back, thinks about the three. Cuts towards the middle. Steele now. She'll go down, fight for it. Another jump ball. It'll stay with Frontier this time.
And Frontier has 5 steals so far tonight. This team has been very, very aggressive. And you can tell just by the way that they're moving the ball, driving to the basket, and setting screens. They're really trying to create space right now against the Eagles.
The inbound to Addie Harrington. She'll find Kirkendall on the far side. She'll cut into the paint, go up with it. And a foul.
An offensive foul, I believe, against Kirkendall. And she'll have to come out of the game.
Kirkendall and Steele will take a seat, so perhaps a chance for Easthampton to crawl back into this one.
I mean, that's exactly what you want if you are Easthampton. Right now, you got Kirkendall, who's got 2 fouls against her. Steele's got her first foul. This is exactly what you want. Foul trouble could be the story that we're telling tonight if it happens for both of these star players.
Raymond's 3-point try too long. And the rebound to Frontier. Harrington almost lost it, but gets it to Hayes. She'll fight into the paint. Now up top for a try. Is good. Olivia Matchon.
That's a great move by Hayes, trying to dish it out to the wing and creating an opportunity for a 3-point shot.
Hampton with the ball, and another try too long. Raymond, rebound. She's fouled. It almost fell for her, though.
Raymond creating a second chance opportunity for the Eagles. Now just has to go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
25 to 12-point game here at the Mullins Center. Raymond's first shot is good. That was Raymond's first point this morning. Her second also good for the senior.
I mean, Raymond started off pretty cold, going 0 for 8 so far from field goal range. That doesn't mean stop shooting, though, John. That just means keep going.
Harrington with a try of her own, no good. Rebound by the Red Hawks. And they will turn it over. Go, Jonathan, get your hands on the ball.
Yeah, it's the first time since I can remember where I had my hands on a basketball. Might be the last, I could say, too. Might be.
I'm no good at basketball myself, but here's a turnover for Frontier. They'll go up the court, and layup is no good. The rebound to Easthampton.
But if you look, you're outnumbered right there, 3v1, but you're still trying to put a fast break opportunity there. I don't know if that's the move there. You got to break on a foul call, but you're getting outnumbered 3v1 on a fast break. You're trying to create an opportunity that might not be there.
Now a foul on the other end that'll allow for an Easthampton inbound attempt. Raymond on the baseline, and we'll have a bit of a delay for a quick second. Perhaps a clock issue.
I believe it's with the shot clock. They're trying to determine how much time is on the shot clock.
Or should this be 2 shots, Jonathan? I think that's the question.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yes, they are now into the bonus, so Simone Young will get 2 shots. She will miss the first short. Simone Young with 7 points, 7 rebounds. She'll miss the second. It'll stay with Frontier.
And that was a violation for not hitting the rim. 0 for 2 from the free throw line for Simone Young. They just got to play defense now, not give up a 3-point opportunity like that.
It almost fell for Matchin, but the defensive rebound by Easthampton, and Young goes ahead with it. She's double teamed, and it comes up top. Now for a 3-point try is no good. Young with the rebound. She's denied.
Once again, though, Easthampton trying to create offense, outnumbered down court as Frontier gets back and is unable to put points on the board.
Hayes finds Harrington. Her try, no good. Rebound, also no good. Hayes again, fights into the paint. Jaslyn Hayes, no good. Gets her own rebound. Matchin is good.
And that is a lot of second chance opportunities. It's something we talk about a lot. If you're not boxing out on defense and you're giving the other team the opportunity to keep shooting, they're going to, and eventually it's going to cost you, and it cost you 3 right there.
That might have been a 6th chance opportunity. But 20 seconds left in the first half. No good by Young. She'll fight for the ball. It's a jump ball. We'll stay with Easthampton with 12.1 remaining on the clock. Raymond will inbound. A 14-point game. Now 10 to shoot. Out of bounds. We'll stay with Easthampton. The inbound to Young, and once again tipped out of bounds for Easthampton as the clock continues to wind down. 3.7 remain now.
You got to get a shot off. There it is.
Dorman is good.
That's a great shot at the buzzer. That's a momentum builder right there. That's something, if you're Easthampton, you want to build on going into the half. That's something Coach Miller should be talking about a lot, because that's a momentum builder right there. You might be down 11, but you're not out, and that's what he's got to talk about going into halftime. Let's take a look at some first half stats we got and recaps. Let's take a look at them.
We've got some highlights right here. And it's been the Kirkendall show on one end, and of course Jaslyn Hayes. Well, that time she was denied. There's an attempt from Hayes, that was good. And on the other end, Easthampton, they've had some chances of their own. They lead, or they are down by 11. Frontier leads by 11, of course, courtesy Jaslyn Hayes, Kirkendall, and Steele. And the Eagles have had some woes themselves, but it has really been the Simone Young show. She's got 9 rebounds and 7 points, trending towards double-double territory for Simone Young.
And Simone Young has been fantastic so far tonight. Even though she's going 3 from 11 from field goal range, she's been aggressive, following his shots, getting more opportunities to get created. And with that, we're going to halftime. We'll be back with the start of the second half and some stats.
Welcome back to the PVTO tournament. It's Frontier versus Easthampton girls basketball, and we have a fun one in store for the rest of this game. It's an 11-point game. Frontier leads 28-17, but here are some stats.
And right now, Easthampton has been little in the cold. 5 of 33 from field goal range, 1 for 9 behind the arc. On the other hand, Frontier 11 for 35, 5 for 16. Three-point shooting has been strong for them. On your screens now, last season when these two teams met, Easthampton won 56-51. John, it was led by number 10 on Frontier, Skylar Steele, who in that game had 18 points. Today, not even different. She's 3 for 4 from field goal range right now with 7 points, 1 for 2 from behind the arc. Let's see if she can keep that going in the second half and carry her team to win and beat Easthampton, unlike last year.
And the second half is underway. And Jonathan, you mentioned the last game. Well, Easthampton, they lead the last 5 games 3-2. So Frontier looking to even the score in the last 6, should they continue to lead and win this game. But here is Easthampton with the inbound. 3-point try is good by Kylie Dorman.
That's a great 3-point shot by Dorman. Saw a loose ball, was able to execute. Saw nobody was playing defense, gave her the space. If you're gonna give her that shot, she's gonna take it. It was a great shot.
And a foul by Raymond on the try by Harrington.
And let's take a look at that again. That 3-point shot. Saw it, no one was near her, and just took it. That was fantastic. What a shot.
I believe Dorman had the buzzer beater to bring us to halftime. But Harrington, her first shot is good. Now a 9-point lead. Easthampton just barely hanging on in this one. Harrington's second is good. Brings the lead back to double digits, 10-point lead. Here's Raymond, far side. Now Young, dribbling with it, puts it up, no good. Offensive rebound, fought for there by Young. Jump ball to Frontier.
Another jump ball, both teams being very aggressive. Easthampton still being aggressive, not giving up, not letting being down 10 points discourage them at all. That's fantastic, they just gotta keep going.
And here's Claire Kirkendall, she'll bring it up the court. Far side match on. She'll turn it over to Dorman. And here's Raymond with some speed past the UMass Power U logo. And now another turnover by Easthampton. Here's Frontier again. Kirkendall to Harrington. She'll cut inside. Far near side now, Matchin, no good. Rebound to Young. Rather Raposa on the rebound. She'll drop it off and get it back up top. Veronica Raposa. She took one too many steps.
And it was a great look, seeing down low, just one too many steps, getting a turnover, but Easthampton just has to keep going and being aggressive and slowly try to cut into the Frontier lead.
Kirkendall up the court once again. She'll drop it off to Steele. And now Kirkendall tried to put it up, no good. Rebound to Raymond. Raymond with some speed. She'll cut to the far side, and the shot is no good. Young couldn't fight for the rebound.
And as Raymond went down there, once again was outnumbered 4-1 at one point down there. When you're outnumbered like that, it's very tough to get a shot like that inside the paint off, especially not getting fouled.
Skylar Steele with the little floater.
That's what we were talking about coming into the half. Skylar Steele, the impact she had last time these two teams met, very similar today, and it's awesome to see that she's keeping it going, and hopefully will trickle that down throughout the rest of the season.
Raymond, far side, tried to go into the paint. It's blocked. It'll stay with Easthampton. 5:28 to go in the third quarter. John Ruggiero, John Mergita here for day 3 of the PVTO tournament. It's the first day of the game, first game of the day, I should say. Here's a quick shot off the inbound, too long. Frontier with the rebound. Steal traveled.
And that's a great press by the Eagles, trying to prevent Frontier from getting down the court. That's a great, great press. And Frontier just needed to create a press break on that. They were unable to do so during that possession.
2 subs for Frontier. Machen and Kirkendall will take a seat. On comes Campbell and Hayes. Raymond into the paint. She's fouled. She'll get 2 shots.
Frontier number 5, Whitney Campbell. Easthampton number 24 for Steve Raymond on the line.
Raymond's first is good. That's her 3rd point today, and the 2 before that also came on free throws.
Yes, they did. And so far today, Frontier has yet to miss a free throw, going 3 for 3. However, Easthampton 6 for 11 pending the shot. That's 7 for 12. As Frontier goes the other way.
Raymond now has 4 points and a steal. Can she find points 5 and 6? She's fouled from behind once again.
And that is why we talked about Raymond a lot going into today. First half maybe not have been as dominant, but she has come out very strong in the 3rd quarter. And let's just watch this again. Her creating the opportunity, getting the steal, and going straight to the basket, and drawing another foul.
She'll miss the first. As Raposa will take a seat for Corsello. Second shot for Raymond is good. Now a 9-point lead for Frontier. They'll look to extend that. Harrington, 3-pointer, I believe it was blocked. Rebound to the Eagles. Young up the far side. She's fouled.
And that's another foul that the Eagles are able to draw, just trying to break through Frontier's defense. And that's all you have to do. Foul trouble could be very tough when you get into a close game in the 4th quarter. So just keep drawing fouls. That is not a bad strategy if you're Coach Miller.
Raymond tries to force it inside to Young, and that causes a turnover.
And you know, when you force dependency on the bench, you have to be dependent on the bench. And Frontier is making the Eagles pay for it a little bit, outscoring Easthampton right now 7-2 in bench scoring right now. So even though Frontier has to be dependent on their bench, maybe because of foul trouble, they are right now executing just fine.
Macy DeMaio checks into the game. Quick shot and a quick score by Addie Harrington. Now a 12-point game here at the Mullen Center. Young fights inside. She'll go down, and yet another Frontier foul. Still plenty of game to be played. Only 4:28 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And just like that, even though there's 4.5 minutes left or just under, Eagles are now in the bonus, and they're going to be in the bonus for the next 4:28. That is a huge advantage right now for them. Even though you're down 12, just got to keep playing basketball, keep driving, keep trying to draw fouls. But you got to make your free throws. Got to make them.
Swan Young still stuck at 7 points. She missed the first. The junior's second shot, no good. The rebound to DeMaio. She'll find Steele, and now Hayes. Hayes into the paint. Hayes goes up. Hayes is good.
That's a great move by Hayes, breaking through the defense. Nobody on the Eagles was able to cover and beat her to the spot. It's a great move and executed just fine.
9 points for Jaslyn Hayes. And now pass inside. Young goes down. Frontier has the ball.
That's a great screen to create a press break right there. If you saw it, they were forcing the trap, and just like that, Frontier was able to create a screen on the backcourt to try to get the ball down court. Even though there was a turnover there, that's how you beat a press. Great press break by Frontier.
Now the Eagles will inbound at the Frontier bench. Frontier working the press here, but it's Papadelis. She'll find Dorman. Dorman to Young. Hard defense here from Frontier. There's a shot, no good. Dorman the rebound, also no good. Down goes Corsello fighting for it, but Harrington comes up with it.
And again, Easthampton trying to get a second chance opportunity. A blocking foul and one by Steele.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
And let's take a look at this again on replay. Steele goes to the basket, goes into the paint, and draws a blocking foul and one. Great move by Steele, now going to the line to shoot one.
Skylar Steele now 11 points, make it 12. 40-23, Frontier is starting to break away. Raposa. And back up top for a shot, no good. Frontier comes down with it, and ahead comes Harrington. She'll go up and put it in. Addie Harrington. And a timeout has been called by the Eagles.
Now, just really quick, John, we can talk about Coach Miller all day and how he's going to have to try to create a comeback for the Eagles. But Coach Dave Macklin, head coach right now on Frontier, last season 17-5, and the season before that 13-8 in the 2022-2023 season. He must be ecstatic right now as his team has a 19-point lead. We'll be right back after this timeout.
And welcome back to Eagles versus Redhawks at the PVTO, and we're right back underway with 2:48 to go in the third quarter. There's a quick turnover, and it's Kirkendall coming up the floor. She will be fouled.
It's a great move to the basket by Kirkendall, creating the opportunity, going strong, and drawing a foul. Great move by her, drawing a foul against Dorman.
Claire Kirkendall averaged 8.6 points last season. She'll miss the first. The senior, 6 points today. Make it 7. Right on pace for last season, just about. Hayes gets a finger on that ball, but it's Dorman. Finds Young into the paint. She'll put it up, no good. Rebound stays with Easthampton.
And when you look at this team right now for Frontier, you know, when you talk about player of the game, and I know they're going to do that ceremony at the end of the game, I don't know who you're going to give it to right now, right? You could give it to Skylar Steele, who's leading the team in points right now. You could give it to Kirkendall, who's leading the team right now in field goal attempts or opportunities on points off of shots, assists based off of points. Or you could give it to Macy DiMango, number 1, who has 6 rebounds right now. A lot of opportunities right now with this team. They have a lot of weapons.
It's definitely been the Red Hawks show in this one. And a couple different options for player of the game. But there's a 3-point shot. That goes for Nola Roos. Now 26 points for Easthampton, and now Kirkendall's try is no good. Rebound by Steele. She'll go up and get fouled.
Steele once again, second chance opportunities. That's what she's been doing all game. She did it in the first half. She's continuing to do it here in the third quarter. And now we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Steele has 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. She'll miss the first. Steele outpacing her average last season, 9.3 points per game. She now has 12, and, well, now 13. Here's Addie Barr. She'll turn it over. Kirkendall. Steele. Now up top, Kirkendall once again. Fighting into the paint. Drops it off to Steele. Or excuse me, that was Harper Modesto.
That's a great move by Kirkendall, finding Modesto down low and creating the opportunity as another jump ball happens.
Harper Modesto wearing number 22 today. Usually number 15, according to the stat sheet at least. But there's 1:23 to go. We have a bit of a conversation here.
I believe it's about the possession now. Where is the possession now going to go? As they talk to the scorer's desk. John, as they talk to the scorer's desk right now, if you're Easthampton, what do? You got 8 minutes in the fourth. You got 1:23 here left in the third. What do you do to get back in this game?
Well, it's a 20-point game. I think fouls are on their side right now. And we might have replay of what we're looking at here.
Let's take a look at this.
Or maybe not. That's okay as we play on. Here's Dorman. To the far side. Corsello up with it, no good. And Dorman again, 3-point try, a bit too long.
And again, Easthampton getting a second chance opportunity, trying to find a 3-pointer. Right now, they are shooting just 3 of 14 from behind the arc. They just keep trying, and the shots just sadly aren't landing for them today.
Well, to answer your question that you asked me, Jonathan, I think Kylie Dorman has been one of the impact players for Easthampton. She's hit 2 big 3-point shots. So if there was a chance for Easthampton to get back into this one, it's going to have to be a couple 3 balls. So perhaps they'll look to her as Raymond is fouled.
Foul on Frontier number 10, Skylar Steele. Easthampton number 24.
Steele's second foul of the game. Frontier has 16 fouls compared to the 6 by Easthampton. Raymond's first shot is good.
And right now, Easthampton shooting just 15.91% from field goal range off 7 on 44 shots. Right now, just nothing able to fall as another free throw is good. Majority of their points right now seem to be coming from behind the line right now in this quarter alone.
Here's Steele with 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Kirkendall, her 3-pointer. It goes.
That's a great shot by Kirkendall from the wing. That's a great shot as they're going to press. And look at that press as Kirkendall gets it.
Kirkendall takes the steal. She'll drop it off now to the near side for Taylor. Now back, Kirkendall wants some more at the buzzer. Claire Kirkendall.
What a shot by Claire Kirkendall. The last two baskets were both three-pointers from the wing, basically in the same spot. That was a great shot by Kirkendall. Wow, what a shot. Let's take a look at this again on replay. Let's take a look at the first one. Kirkendall with a great shot, and then moves a little bit to the left with 2 seconds left and was able to execute at the buzzer, marking the end of the third, 52-28, as Frontier is in the front. We'll be back right after this.
And welcome back to the Pioneer Valley tip-off. It's the start of the fourth quarter here in Amherst. 52 Frontier, 28 Easthampton. And there you see Claire Kirkendall, who just hit 2 big three-pointers.
Absolutely. Kirkendall so far today, 4 of 8, 2 for 3 from behind the arc, or 4 for 6 from behind the arc, excuse me. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. She's been fantastic all game, as Frontier has possession right now.
She'll look to add to her score, 13 points, as you said, Jonathan. But here is Jaslyn Hayes. She's made an impact herself. She's got 9 points. As the ball rolls out of bounds, it'll stay with the Red Hawks. Will be inbounded on the baseline. It's to Hayes. Now Claire Kirkendall once again back up top. Hayes, she traveled.
And Kirkendall just looking to create space with Hayes. Hayes just won too many steps, as it's a turnover, giving Easthampton the ball.
And here they come. It's Raymond. She'll go up and put it in. A nice little flick of the wrist by Christine Raymond.
That's a great move by Raymond, going to the basket, not being discouraged with a defender nearby. Great move.
Kirkendall wants to respond. She'll drop it off to Harrington. Just a little bit too short, no good. Rebound to Easthampton, but a foul.
And that's going to be against Hayes.
It'll be her second foul of the game. She will take a seat. Here's Dorman for Raposa. Veronica Raposa cuts into the middle, finds Young. Keeps it in bounds to the near side. Simone Young for Dorman, thinks about the 3, cuts to her left, back to Young. Young cuts to the basket, no good. But a great move nonetheless. She'll get the ball back up top. Raposa thought about it. Now Raymond for the shot, no good. Out of bounds, Easthampton ball.
And Easthampton just keeps trying to get offensive rebound opportunities, trying to just put points on the board. Kind of feels like they're trying to just break the ice right now.
22-point game with 6:33 to go in the fourth. Just a tad bit delay here. But Raymond will inbound. She'll find Raposa inside, who is fouled. The senior center will go to the line for 2 shots.
Frontier number 11, Claire Kirkendall. Easthampton, number 20, Veronica
Raposa 2 points today, 4 rebounds. Her first, no good. The senior's second, a bit too long. Frontier with the rebound, Kirkendall. Quickly up the court. Thinks about the three, finds Harrington, she'll take the three, no good. Rebound, out of bounds, Easthampton ball.
And you can just see Easthampton as they get possession. Frontier very aggressive, following their shot, just trying to create a second chance opportunity. It might be a 22-point game, John. They're still going. They're not taking their foot off the pedal.
It is Eagles ball, and that did not work for Raposa. Another turnover. That's the 20th turnover of the game for Easthampton. Kirkendall thinks about the three, drops it off to Hayes. She takes the three, no good. Addie Harrington gets her own, or gets the rebound, but she's out of bounds.
And if you look at that, right when that three-point shot went off, you could just see Frontier crashing the boards. 4 of them were down there, outnumbering Easthampton, who had 3 down there, and they had possession. You had Frontier outnumbering Easthampton, who was on defense to get a rebound.
Here's Piper Collins to Raymond inside. She gets fouled. You've seen on the other end, Jonathan, Kirkendall think about a three, but drop it off, and then one of her fellow teammates takes a three. I think Kirkendall should just probably put it up from now on.
And, you know, I wouldn't say that necessarily, John, and the only reason why I say that is because you want to build that team chemistry in the first game of the season, right? If you're up 22 points, you want to build that team chemistry because it's going to expand throughout the rest of the season. I think that's the leader that Kirkendall is on the team. Her and Steele been working together. It comes from last season also, and that's why they had such a good record coming into today from last season.
Yeah, I don't think
Raymond's second is good.
I don't think this is
Piper Collins providing some pressure, but it's Hayes who turns it over to Raymond, and Hayes got a hand on that one, but it goes to Young. Simone Young cuts through traffic, jump ball. It'll stay where it is. And if you're just joining us, I'm John Ruggiero, joined by Jonathan Murguita, and our great crew led by Oleg Shayan. At the Mullen Center PVTO tournament, Piper Collins shot too short. Kirkendall gets it to Hayes, and she gets fouled.
I believe it's a traveling violation, John. They call before the foul, and Easthampton's going to get possession again.
Here's Collins. Now Papadelis. Now Raposa's shot too long. Hayes with the rebound. Hayes at center court for Kirkendall. And fighting into traffic there. But now it's Harrington for the three-point try. No good. Rebound to Raymond.
Fast break opportunity, John. No good as Kirkendall comes the other way with the possession.
Yep, Kirkendall up the court. Far side. There, Kirkendall thinks about it. She'll go all the way to the near side for a chance to shoot. That's no good by Schreiber. The rebound put up by Hayes wouldn't go. And now it was, but really quick, the Pioneer Valley tip-off presented by the Oakview Group. This live broadcast is sponsored by the Valley Blue Sox. The Valley Blue Sox are a premier summer baseball team competing in the New England Collegiate Baseball League. With over 75 MLB draft picks, the Blue Sox have been one of the top spots to go for collegiate baseball players with eyes on the next level. Come out to Mackenzie Stadium next summer in Holyoke to see the Blue Sox. That shot by Kirkendall was no good. She'll fight for the ball. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Frontier.
Frontier continuing to be aggressive. Kirkendall getting her on rebound as the ball goes out of bounds. Now expected to get it right in the corner. Oh, they're going to go to the top of the key.
Here's Harrington. Tries to get it inside. That's steal. She'll turn it over to Collins. Collins with some speed up the court, and Harrington from behind grabs it. But Collins tips it out of bounds.
And Collins staying with the ball, even though she lost possession, still trying to fight for regaining possession, even though she was unable to do so in that attempt.
Here's Jaslyn Hayes for Kirkendall. Kirkendall still with 13 points. Hayes with 9, Steele also with 13. Kirkendall again. Now up top, Steele for 16, no good. Rebound Hayes. Kirkendall for 16, also no good. Rebound Hayes, no good. Man,
that's a lot of second chance opportunities, John. If you saw that 2 3-point shots and a mid-range shot by Hayes, all unable to execute, but a lot of second chance shots as that ball goes out of bounds and retains for the Eagles.
3:21 to go in the fourth and final quarter. Ball inside to Young. She'll put it off glass and in. 9 points for Young. There's a foul on Raymond.
Foul on Easthampton, number 24, Christine Raymond.
That's her 4th foul. And Steele gets a standing ovation as she heads to the bench.
And Hayes went to the bench as well as Kirkendall's got possession.
Here's Frontier, it's Harrington. Into the paint, off glass and in. Addie Harrington. She's in double digits. 11 points. Raymond for Collins. Back to Raymond. Now inside Young. And she'll put it in. And with the foul.
That's a great move by Collins, being aggressive. I was looking to see if they were going to call the foul on the floor. Take a look at this again. Goes up strong. 3 defenders in the paint. Gets hit and executes the N1 as that free throw's no good.
What are we doing?
Here comes Frontier once again. It's DeMayo and tipped out of bounds by Addie Barr. 2:32 to go in the fourth.
Yeah. It's a Jewish thing.
Kirkendall will inbound.
What?
Tipped out of bounds. She'll try again. 24 to shoot.
Yeah, but I don't really.
Got an NBA shot clock now, John. 24 seconds left. That's an NBA style right here. I'm expecting a 3-pointer now. Feels like the NBA.
Kirkendall will take a seat, actually, and now the inbound goes to Harrington. Far side, Ashley Taylor, and now Riley. She turns it over to Young.
When December? Should we like? It's only 10.
Here comes Ruse
Should we like a New Year's Eve cornhole tournament?
for Raymond inside. A bit too strong. They dive forward on the court there, but it goes to Frontier. Ashley Taylor.
What? I'll have to find one.
Now Addie Harrington.
Why are you gonna be in Baltimore?
That pass tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Frontier.
You can start making us play the game graphic. She's got 13 and 8.
And now Rainer Luce will check in for Addie Harrington. Most, if not all, of the Red Hawks starters on the bench. DeMayo puts it up. That's no good. Here come the Eagles once again, under 2 minutes to go in this game. Piper Collins for Barr. Far side Raymond. And a foul.
And we have a load of subs coming in now for the Eagles, 4 of them. As now you start going to your bench a little bit if you're both teams, Frontier and the Eagles, just trying to let more players get more playing time. But not only that, trying to see maybe there's some players on the bench that have a jump range. You know, you're trying to see what can maybe work going into next game also. This is something that coaches really should be looking into right now, trying to see who's being aggressive. You know, we're down 19 or up 19 points. Who's still playing basketball?
And one more sub to come in. They'll make Lily Foster wait for Raymond to shoot.
As that substitution is for the shooter, John.
Raymond's first is good. She has 11 points now. Her second is good. And now Foster will come in. Frontier will bring it up the court for one of the final times.
Thank you, Zachary.
Here's loose to the far side for Taylor. And now DeMeo puts it up and puts it in.
That's a great shot by DeMeo. Creating the space, creating the opportunity as we're just about a minute left in this matchup.
And a turnover. It's stolen away by Ashley Taylor. Rowan Riley. She'll go to the far side and slow things down to DeMeo. And now an attempted shot. It was blocked. And must remind you that the Pioneer Valley tip-off presented by the Oakview Group. Well, we'll hold on off on that for a second as there's a foul. And now we'll remind you that the Pioneer Valley tip-off presented by the Oakview Group live broadcast is sponsored by the Valley Blue Sox. The Blue Sox are a premier summer baseball team competing in the New England Collegiate Baseball League. With over 75 MLB draft picks, the Blue Sox have been one of the top spots for collegiate baseball players with eyes on the next level. Come out to Mackenzie Stadium next summer in Holyoke to catch the Blue Sox live. We thank the Blue Sox for their partnership of this live broadcast. And now Easthampton will have a chance at the line. The first will fall. Corsello. Those are her first points. Second is good. The sophomore is on the board at the PVTO. Under a minute to go.
And still to come just after this, Frontier will face Easthampton on the men's side as the boys, Easthampton boys and the Frontier boys will face off here at the Mullins Center just after this. That tip-off will be underway.
30 seconds to go in this one. Ashley Tate, or excuse me, that is Shelby Clark. And now Lily Foster, but a turnover comes back the other way for Rowan Riley. She'll find Ashley Taylor. Taylor is blocked. And now Macy DeMeo, as Frontier will pass it around. The shot clock is off, but Taylor will take a shot. No good. Eagles ball, 5 seconds left, and that will just about do it. Piper Collins, one last shot, no good. But the final today in this matchup, 56-39 in favor of the Frontier Redhawks. They improved to 2-0 on the season.
And let's take a look at some highlights from today. Great shooting by Frontier from inside the arc, inside the paint, or behind it. Second chance opportunities were huge for them. And just take a look at a three-point shot that was good from Steele. And then Easthampton tried fighting back. John, what do we think?
Well, I think it was really the Skylar Steele, Claire Kirkendall, and Jaslyn Hayes show. And of course, Addie Harrington. Between those three players, or four players, I should say, it was really the majority of the Redhawks offense. There you see Harrington and a couple last shots for Kirkendall to round out this highlight package and the game.
And we're gonna get ready for a player of the game, and it's gonna be Claire Kirkendall, player of the game for this game for Frontier. I mean, she was fantastic today, going 4 for 10 from field goal range, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 13 points. She created a lot of opportunities for her teammates off of assists, even a pass to an assist. Claire Kirkendall, your player of the game here at the Mullen Center.
And that'll just about do it for the first game of the day, but don't you go anywhere. We've got plenty of games after this. As you said, Jonathan, Frontier and Easthampton boys is next on the Pioneer Valley Tip-Off Tournament. We'll see you this afternoon.